Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we'll be big box store plant shopping at Walmart off a marketplace in Garland, Texas. As always, please make sure you are hitting the like button for this video, the thumbs up button. It definitely pushes this content out to more plant lovers like yourself, as well as following me on Instagram at Grow Folds. If you don't have an Instagram, create one so we can connect that way as well. It is a beautiful morning at the marketplace in Garland, Texas. This is a Walmart that I visited not too long ago, but I wanted to go on a sunny morning. You can see that this is actually one of the best Walmarts I've ever seen in terms of just their plant collection that they have available. And so it makes me want to go plant shopping for sure. But I have a couple of other things that I did want to talk about. Number one is I am part of a plant podcast called The Cultivation Corner. Please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, The Cultivation Corner with Janae Simone and Stephen of I Live Plants. Definitely check that out. And before we get into the Walmart, I did want to show you some big box store plant shopping at Target. Yes, Target. So before we go to the Walmart, I did visit a Target out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where they actually have a lot of indoor tropical plants. I love that fact that whenever you go to Target and, plant foldies, for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. My name is Richie. I just wanted to ask you guys if you actually shop at Target and if you feel like Target is such a stylish place to shop. It definitely makes me inspired to go plant shopping at Target just because of the merchandising that they have and just the way that things are super organized. Now, this one right here that I'm picking up is a Synapsis, and some people will argue that Target has a little bit more higher pricing when it comes to Target, but in terms of all of that, I would just say that it is definitely not. You can definitely get a lot out of Target in terms of just some of the items that they have available. So if you want to go plant shopping, that is definitely something that is an option now at Target, because I am super surprised. Target is typically not a place, or at least a big box store, where you will find some houseplants, but they do have those readily available. So I'm super excited about that. We've got a Philodendron Brantianum, and all of these items are seasonal items by Live Trends Design. So I love Live Trends Design. I do feel like Live Trends Design are plants that really fit the Target brand or the aesthetic. And what's really nice is these are only for $15. So typically whenever you get one of these hanging baskets like this, or ceramic hanging baskets at, say, Lowe's, they are around $16.98, but these are readily available for only $15. Also love the look of this Marble Queen Pothos. So as I've mentioned in many of my plant shopping videos, Pothos plants in general are the easy care plants, the plants that I believe everybody should add in their plant collection. I know a lot of us want to go collect some of the more rare and uncommon plants, but with the new year, 2025, I did want to just mention that sometimes going back to the basics is what we all need. We all need a reset when it comes to just growing our house plants. And so I would recommend the Pothos plants. Now, as far as this is a Philodendron Brantianum, and this again is for $15. Beautiful Live Trends ceramic planter. The hanging basket is really nice. I love the cute hearts. They've got it in red, and I even like the string that it's in. It's got pink as well for this golden pothos, and I'm really tempted to purchase a plant from Target just to go shopping in general, because they do have beautiful house plants available. I am curious to see, as the spring comes around, what types of house plants that they have available at Target. You can see right here we do have a highly variegated Marble Queen Pothos. Now, as far as the plant care tips for these easy to care for plants: bright indirect light, water when the soil is dry, and that is basically it. You can water the Pothos plant a little bit more, so like this one right here, you can definitely tell this one is definitely needing some water. It will show you its leaves start to get a little bit more dehydrated and start to droop. But as soon as you water this neon Pothos right here, this Pothos will actually perk up right back up. So it is a forgiving plant. I would not recommend going for a long period of time to not water the Pothos plant, because what will happen happen is the leaves will start to yellow, and then they will drop, and then your pothos plant will actually end up being a little bit more leggy. Like this Enjoy pothos, for instance, love this as well. This one has some high contrast variegation. So when you compare this pothos as compared to the Neon pothos and the Marble Queen pothos, it is a little bit slower growing, but I am just in awe. I am surprised. I love the plant pricing. The prices at Target makes you want to go shopping. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, if you agree. What do you think about all of the seasonal Valentine ceramic planters? And you can see right over here, I love that they have kalanchoe. Now this is a more succulent type plant, and this one is also, I believe, for $15. You can see that it is in full bloom. Now for this particular plant, you definitely want to keep it more so on the drier side since it is a succulent. And on top of that, you want to make sure you're providing it with quite a bit of bright indirect light. And look at these cute heart ceramic figurines with air plants. And then as I spin around here, we've got some more kalanchoe, and I love the fact that they have just pinks and whites, and that's what I would say in terms of Target. So a lot of people will do plant shopping hauls. I don't really see a lot of people doing shopping hauls for Targets in terms of houseplants. So I'm curious to see, as Target continues to get more houseplants, if people will actually do that. I definitely will purchase some plants from Target. I am a huge fan of Target because of the stylish items that they have, especially when it comes to just their home decor. I love Threshold. I love Project, Project something, and then also just all of the Target owned brands that they have. I actually have the Target app as well, and when you have the Target app, it will definitely save you quite a bit of money. And so this is a pleasant surprise, and I didn't really go into this Target to go look for plants, but I happened to find it right from the entrance, so I could not help myself but actually look at the plants. I do love the checkered patterns. Like I don't necessarily want to add a kalanchoe to my plant collection, but I really love this checkered board pattern. I love the light pink as well as this as well. Typically I don't like textured or patterns for my planters, but this particular pattern will work for my space. Again, it is all about Live Trends Designs. Live Trends Design plants, they just have the most stylish plants, and I just love that they are very seasonally relevant. Now this one right here, we have Urban Jungle. So I'm surprised that Urban Jungle is also at Target. So let's just, put in the comment section #TargetRun, because if you haven't made it to a Target yet, I would highly recommend going, because if you are a houseplant lover, if you are somebody that likes to go shopping for plants at Target. And I am also going to show you the fact that they have Houseplant Essentials, We the Wild. So this is a brand that I stand by, and no, I am not sponsored by We the Wild, although I am open to sponsorship. So if anybody sees this from We the Wild, I will definitely promote you guys so much, because I love the products that they have. They are organic products, they are sustainable, and they are super effective. So they have the Revive Thrive Duo. So they have the Enrich powder, which you actually can sprinkle on your soil substrate or mix it in there. It actually helps the roots develop better. And then they have the Grow Concentrate, which is a fertilizer that really helps your plants be a little bit more vigorous with their growth. Now, Live Trends Design has this really interesting hydroponic situation. This is just a blooming anthurium here. And then we also have some more Live Trends self-watering planters of Sansevieria. And it's really interesting because honestly, Sansevierias, they don't really need to be watered often. So in a self-watering planter, this basically means there is no plant care required, because you're literally just letting it sit, set and forget the plant, and you are good to go. So I will just continue to walk around and show you the different plants that they have. These are some more Urban Jungle planters right here. If you have a local Target in your area, plant foldies, please leave in the comments if you are finding some house plants. This just makes me really, really excited for spring spring to come around, because that is probably the busiest time when it comes to just plants in general. And for Target to start carrying more of these plants, I love the fact that they are following trends, but not only following trends, but also allowing us to have another area, another big box store that can provide plants. So it looks like they have Live Trends Designs, Urban Jungle, and I believe they have Costa Farms plants. But when you think about it, Costa Farms is pretty much everywhere. Now, this is what I would recommend if you want that beautiful shiny leaf. This is the Leaf Care Duo. So it does have that We the Wild neem oil spray called Protect. It has a really nice smell, so it doesn't smell like some of the neem oils that we would use. And it has a microfiber glove that you would basically spray the plant down and then just rub your hands around it to leaf shine it. It will get rid of any plant pests, and that neem oil on top of the leaves will continue to protect the plants from like potential plant pests like spider mites, mealybugs, thrifts, those really invasive plant pests that we all cannot stand in our plant collection. And you can see right here, Urban Jungle. This is my first time seeing an Urban Jungle Pachira aquatica plus Syndapsis plant. So what an interesting combination. And it looks like Urban Jungle is also using that fake moss as a top dressing. I'm not a fan of the fake moss. I do think that having the fake moss on top of the substrate makes the soil stay a little bit too damp for a longer period of time, and that could potentially cause root rot. Alocasia poly in this really nice planter. So this one has a little bit yellowing leaves, but that is still a beautiful planter, and that is another one by Urban Jungle. So Urban Jungle has been stepping up their ceramic planters, their planters in general. Philodendron Moonlight, one of my favorite neon colored plants. I do like the look of this particular planter. It has that mid-century modern vibe about it, and as I continue to make some more plant content, aside from just shopping videos, I'm going to show you plant styling. I'm going to show you plant foldies, my plant care routines, my plant chores. Yesterday, I actually did for the first time a live stream with Janae Simone and Stephen of I Live Plants. We were in the process of editing Cultivation Corner Season 2. And I'm really excited because we've got some amazing guests this season. We're going to really touch on other topics in the plant community. So stay tuned for that. And we are going to have longer format plant podcast shows. So originally they were 30-minute videos. So they're going to be around 45 minutes, maybe close to an hour, just because we heard your feedback. And Plant Foldies, I already know you are a cultivator. That's what we call our subscribers and those that follow the plant podcast show, the cultivators. Please tune in on February 18th. Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on the official YouTube channel Cultivation Corner. That is where we're going to premiere the first episode of Season 2. Thank you all for those that have actually supported us during our plant podcast for Season 1. If you haven't already checked out the Cultivation Corner, please show your support. Watch the first 5 episodes of Season 1. Leave comments. Please share on your social medias. Comment, like, subscribe, all of the works for that. But as far as doing a live stream, that was super fun. You got to see a little bit more of me. Yes, I am wearing a cat mask because I will remain faceless on YouTube, but hopefully you can appreciate the candid conversation, just having a behind the scenes look of how we edit our videos, because a lot of us, that watch videos on YouTube, we only see the final product, but we don't see the amount of work that is actually added on to making and editing videos. So hopefully you can go and watch the live stream. Leave it in the comment section, Plant Foldies, if you want me to personally do live streams of me just walking around my home, taking care of plants, and actually just having more of a live session versus me filming my content and actually having to edit them. I found it very exciting, and there was one person on the live stream that actually gave a super sticker or super thanks, which is a monetary tip that you can give content creators on YouTube to show some support. Thank you so much for that. And as always, I'm pretty straightforward when it comes to that. If you feel compelled or feel like you want to support the channel on a monetary basis, definitely press the super sticker or super thanks button, which is basically the $ button. You can tip me for whatever amount if you choose to. Now, for the plant foldies that watch my videos, please feel free to do that. But if you also don't want to do that, don't feel obligated or feel pressured to do that. I am just mentioning that because some people may not know that option. I often get direct messages on Instagram if I have a Patreon account. I don't have one already. I have delved into thinking about doing a membership for Grow Folds where I will actually put more exclusive content. I haven't really decided what other content will be there, but it would be like a monthly subscription to the Grow Folds YouTube channel. But overall, I definitely want to continue to grow this community and give you that free content. So have no fear. I will always have my plant shopping videos, my daily 1-hour plant shopping videos, because y'all support me so much. And as you can see right here, can you believe that Target has Ficus lyrata, Costa Farms plants? Well, actually, I can believe that because Costa Farms is pretty much everywhere. And I'm just going to walk around and show you what plants they have at Target right now before I go into the Walmart in Garland, Texas. You don't want my heart, you don't want my love, you just want me crying over you. You don't want my heart. Now this is super cute. I love seeing live trends, and because they are actually celebrating the Lunar New Year, which is next month in February. It is the year of the snake according to the Chinese zodiac calendar. I am actually born in August 82, so I am the year of the dog. But look at how cute these little planters are. This is the year of the snake. Love that as well. And as far as me being the year of the dog, I am, just some life updates, plant foldies. I am hoping to get a baby puppy this year, maybe in March or April. I really want to plan on taking at least a week off because I want to get a puppy that is around 7 to 8 weeks old. I have decided on getting a miniature schnauzer. I originally wanted to get a Shiba Inu, but that was just going to be a little bit more of a challenge for me since I will be a first-time dog parent. So a miniature schnauzer is what I'm going to get. So I will definitely have my little baby schnauzer featured on the YouTube channel because I know a lot of you guys also love our furry babies. And so that's going to be a little bit more of my part of my life. I honestly want to do a little bit more personalized content anyways on this channel. A lot of it is shopping videos, and this will be the core of the content, but I want to start to pivot closer to more of a lifestyle blog with plants. One of my biggest inspirations, and this goes back years ago, is Benji Plants. He is a YouTuber who unfortunately lost his home during the LA fires. He was somebody that I watched because not only did he have a passion for plants, he also had a passion for design and interior design, styling of that nature. His house aesthetic, if you want to have an idea of how I have my house set up, it's that modern contemporary vibe with a lot of elements that are Japanese inspired. If you didn't know this about me already, plant foldies, I love doing origami. I make origami paper cranes every single day. I have been folding origami paper cranes for a good 7 to 8 years now daily with the hopes of folding 1 million paper cranes. And I know some people find that really crazy of a goal, but number one, it's super therapeutic for me. It really helps me practice mindfulness. And number two, I just think that it's a goal that I want to continue to have throughout my lifetime. If you actually scroll down to my early videos on Grow Folds, you will see that I have many how to fold origami paper cranes. I would hope that if you're a plant folder, you would also learn how to make a paper crane. That's kind of like my signature branding recognition. Definitely check that out. I have a whole playlist and it's very slow, very relaxing. So check that out. But I do want to do more lifestyle blogs as well. And you will see most of me, maybe just not my face, as I get my house set up. I'm very excited because because things have gotten more organized. Things are a little bit cleaner. I have a lot more time, and that's some of my life updates. But as you can see right here, plant foldies, lots of plants at Target. And this one is an urban jungle plant, Ficus elastica ruby. These are $15. The ones that are in terracotta planters. So I think that Target actually has the least expensive houseplants currently in the market. Like, I was super tempted to buy this urban jungle plant. This is a Sansevieria whale fin. Love the look of the Sansevieria whale fin, but more so I love the modern ceramic planter. This terracotta planter here is amazing, and like I said about terracotta planters, they make great statement pieces. They're a very classic plant. And then you can see right here we've got a philodendron ring of fire, and this is another plant for only $15. A variegated house plant at Target for $15. Like, that is something that you cannot beat. And Costa Farms Trending Tropicals has made it into Target. So we've got an Epipremnum pinnatum albo. I ended up purchasing all of that as well. Love that, and I'm hoping that I can continue to see more trending tropical plants at Target. One thing I will say is I've seen some rare plants, trending tropical plants at Target, specifically the Japanese pothos that has been released by Costa Farms called the Epipremnum aureum champs Ulysses. So definitely check my videos out for that, because I will put that in a future shopping video. But overall, beautiful plants. And yes, Aglaonema Lady Valentine, this is for $15. This is a need plant for $15. I am buying this plant today, and I intend to convert this Aglaonema into semi-hydro. I'm going to put it in leca, and we're going to see if I can show you how to propagate a Aglaonema in a future plant chores video. So stay tuned for that. What a beautiful Aglaonema, and honestly, that is a really good price, because typically you would find something like this for $19.84 if you're going to buy Trending Tropicals Costa Farm. But Urban Jungle is putting on the heat. They are becoming even more cost effective, and I love that. If you want to save money on houseplants, always compare and contrast plant pricing, whether it is at a big box store or a local nursery. One big box store may not define which is actually inexpensive. I always say just go window shopping if possible. Compare your plant pricing, because the new year is all about resetting and managing your boundaries with your plants. But overall, this Aglaonema for $15 at Target. I went shopping at Target. This is part of my plant haul. Definitely going to take that home. But let's go back to the original point of this video, and that is to look at this gorgeous Walmart out in Marketplace, Garland, Texas. And we're going to check it out and look at this. This is by far the best Walmart I have ever seen when it comes to their outdoor seasonal area. Like, look at this. They've already got their outdoor patio area together. They've got a lot of inspiration. Look at the styling. You know, I would say that I would definitely expect this from Target. Definitely expect this from Target, but Walmart is putting on the full potential of some styling on a budget. And that's what I will give Walmart recognition for, is the fact that Walmart has cost-effective pricing. And we are going to look at all of the beautiful plants that they have at this location. Shout out to the employee, Miss Cat. I saw her watering the plants, and that's when you know that that big box store has healthy plants, when you have employees that are readily taking care of the plants. Like, she is literally watering the plants. She says she looks for when the soil is dry, so she waters these plants about once a week. So shout out to her. She definitely inspired me to want to buy plants at this Walmart. She did a great job, and just the organization, the cleanliness of this particular Walmart is a beautiful thing to see. It is something that makes you inspired to go shopping. So definitely go to this Walmart, go shopping at this Walmart out in Marketplace, Garland, Texas. So if you are a local DFW plant foldie, this is the place to go. This is the place you want to go, because Walmart has amazing sales. Walmart has great pricing, and the house plants like this, Look at this Aglaonema. Now, I don't know the specific plant ID for it. It's self-watering planter, trending tropicals, $19.84 by Costa Farms. And who doesn't love pink plants? I love pink plants. Pink plants will always be a trend for me, whether it is out of trend or not. And these are Aglaonema that are super healthy. I was super tempted to buy this, but I have so many pink Aglaonemas, and I am really trying to manage my my budget. Now, I will say, if you are a plant foldie watching during the live premiere chat, and thank you for those that continue to chat in the live premiere chats, you already know who you are. You are on the lives every single evening, and I love it. If you feel like you want to support me on a monetary basis and drop a super sticker or super thanks, I will be able to afford some of these Aglaonema, like this Aglaonema Maria, beautiful plant, for only, I think, $14.97. It is a good price for it. Yeah, that is an amazing price for an Aglaonema. There are multiple plants here. Even though it is a green plant, this is a plant that's going to bring you joy because it's so easy to take care of. Low light tolerance, so you don't have to have a lot of bright light, so it is really suitable for any indoor space. And then you just water when the soil is completely dry. But if it's in a self-watering planter, you could just fill up the water reservoir and you are good to go. So shout out to Costa Farms for really finding ways to make plant care simple, plant care easy, and for providing houseplants that are easy to care for plants. Philodendron Birkin, for instance, another beautiful plant. It's a plant that used to be quite expensive, but through Costa Farms, they had it more readily available for people to grow these plants. Now, Calathea, unfortunately, as beautiful as this Calathea is, this isn't a plant I would recommend for any beginners or for somebody who doesn't have the right environmental conditions. And when I say that, you really have to have a lot of bright indirect light, higher humidity levels, and more time to ensure that you're consistently watering this plant. But not only watering this plant would require water that is either rainwater or distilled purified water. It does not necessarily like to be watered by tap water, hard water, because then it is a little bit more sensitive to that. It will definitely crisp up the tips and edges of the leaves. And I have sent so much of these Calathea to Plant Heaven. So unfortunately, as much as I love Calatheas, this is just not a plant that will be in my plant collection in the foreseeable future. It is a plant that I'd like to admire, and that's another alternative to growing a plant collection. Hear me out, plant foldies. It is okay to just go window plant shopping. You can just watch these plants grow at a big box store or a local nursery. You don't always have to feel like you have to buy the plant and take them home. They're gonna grow, and if you find Walmarts with amazing employees by the name of Miss Cat, you will see that there is hope for big box store plants. There is great pricing for big box store plants, but you don't necessarily have to take them home. Plant foldies, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for tuning in and continue to watch my content. If you haven't already, please hear me out. Please hit the thumbs up or the like button for this video. It definitely pushes this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. So I'll give you some insight on how it helps push this out. So I have a video that I posted recently that got about 300 thumbs up or likes. That video ended up getting to 7,000 views. So the more likes it initially gets, I just feel like YouTube will reward our efforts to go provide shopping videos by pushing it out to more people. So I'm hoping, if you are listening to me, if you are a fan of this kind of content, if you want to reward me for all of the hours of work I put in, all I ask is for you to hit the thumbs up or like button. But let me get off of that soapbox and continue to pick up the plant. So you are looking at an Alocasia silver dragon. Alocasia silver dragon is amazing in the fact that, number one, it just has beautiful foliage, and number two, it is more readily available for $19.84 by Costa Farms. The drawback is it is an Alocasia. Alocasia are a little bit more finicky as far as a plant. I would recommend, if you're able to get lechuza pond, putting it in lechuza pond or what you call semi-hydro substrates. It will make taking care of this Alocasia a lot easier and even more rewarding. shopping. So that's just my opinion. Now I'm hoping that Amazon will get restocked with Lechuza Pond, because I am really converting all of my plants from soil substrates into Lechuza Pond or Leca. I do find Leca to be the more cost effective of the two semi-hydro substrates. I put all my alocasia in that, and they've been doing very well. So that's just made plant care for me a lot easier. You know, I talked about having a little bit of plant burnout over the holidays. There was a moment in time, there was one day where I recalled just thinking maybe I should just not do YouTube videos and just really take a break from it. But then I thought about all of the plant foldies that really search for this plant content. I am honored, I am humbled, I am thankful that you guys will continue to just listen to me talk, maybe ramble, maybe babble about plants and just my plant insights. And so I could not abandon the plant foldy community. You guys have really made my life so much more rewarding in the fact that I feel appreciated, I feel valued, and just know that I'm going to continue to make this type of plant shopping videos. I am almost tempted to buy this for $297, this whole patio set, including buying another Monstera Deliciosa, because look at these pillows. These are only for $5 at Walmart. I love anything planty related, plant themed. My house has a lot of that. There's a lot of mixtures of like Japanese inspired items like origami, as well as just plant pillows and just plant decor. So what a beautiful Monstera Deliciosa, and I am all about that trend. I think that Monstera Deliciosas need to come back. But let's just keep walking around and looking at their outdoor patio section. Leave in the comments which ones you like or what you think about the plants so far.
You don't want my heart, you don't want my love, you just want me crying over you. You don't want my heart, you don't want my love, you just want me crying over you. I'm thinking about you.
Can see that spring is just around the corner, and it signifies the return of spring when you start to see tulip bulbs starting to make it into a big box store. So it looks like they just got the shipment and it will be ready to go within the next couple of weeks, and that's exciting. I always forget to put my tulip bulbs in soil right before it gets really cold, because those bulbs need time to crack. And I have a bunch of bulbs. We'll see if I remember to actually put them down in the fall. well. But as far as the plant accessories, so kudos to Walmart for getting a lot of very cost-effective, great plant pricing for these plant accessories. You can see they've got a plethora of different types of plant stands, terrariums, supplies for plants, and I would say Walmart has the most cost-effective. You will save money going shopping at Walmart for even these plant stands. I love this. I actually use these expandable plant stands, and I actually have the Better Homes hanging plant table. I think it's awesome. I have my Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu Blue pothos on there, and look at this propagation station by Better Homes and Garden. And I'll tell you, Better Homes and Garden has amazing plant supplies, plant accessories for an amazing, great value price. So go shop at Walmart. I highly recommend it. If you are looking to save money on your plants, go to Walmart. You can see from the get-go that they have some really good plant pricing for this, and I'm all about trying to save money. Like the hobby of growing plants can be quite expensive, can be financially draining, because you'll continue to just swipe your credit card or keep spending money, and then all of a sudden you have a big bill, and then it becomes overwhelming, and then you start to think, where did you go wrong? And it's because sometimes, at least I know I'm pretty notorious for this, I find inspiration. I am inspired to keep shopping, but then I don't think about how many times I've swiped that credit card, and then just think about like how I'm managing my finances. So I've really had to ground myself. So I am curious, plant foldies, if you are ever in that situation too, where you go to a big box store, you go to a local nursery, you're shopping on Etsy online, and you forget that you've spent quite a bit of money on plants the previous day, the last week, last month, etc., etc. That's the reason why I don't have Palm Street, because that is a very dangerous app, especially when you are borderline a plant addict. I know for a fact I have a plant addiction, and I kind of come back and forth on days where I am splurging money on plants, and then there are days where I'm a lot better at managing those impulse buys. So full transparency here, plant foldies. I do think that you guys need to know that about me, because all the glitz and glamour of going to a big box store, showing you all of these amazing plants, there is a price for that, and that's me really just going broke because I want to buy every single plant I see, like this Monstera Deliciosa. Gorgeous plant for only $19.84. So that is a great price for a large foliage plant. You see Ficus lyrata, you see Sansevieria, you see all of these plants that are on this table. These large foliage plants are easy to care for plants. So if you want a statement piece plant, if you want a plant that is a little bit larger, go to Walmart, go shopping at Walmart. You will get the best value for your money. Foliage, you saw the Dieffenbachia. That is a little bit more of a challenging plant. I would recommend this Dracaena as a more easy care plant alternative. It's one that can tolerate lower light conditions and can be a little bit underwatered, or one that you don't have to water nearly as much. And I did want to show you a couple of plant accessories I would recommend. So I actually have a yellow potting up gardening mat. It works well for me because I want to actually pot up my plants indoors in my home versus being outdoors. especially with the very cold weather we are currently experiencing in North Dallas, which is where I'm based at. So that is a really good one for $12.97. We have a 4-piece herb tool set, and then what I really like is the 14-piece indoor garden tool set for $19.97. It pretty much has everything you need to pot up your indoor tropical plants. What a great value for it. For those that like to do the planty things, I would recommend this tool set because it has all of the supplies you need. And this is by Garden Expert, again by Walmart. I again will tell you that Walmart just has some amazing plant accessories. I'm hoping to visit more big box stores, particularly Target, when they get their areas set together. I'm going to definitely do a feature for that because I am just curious, between our plant foldies that shop at big box stores, do you shop more so at Target or Walmart? Please leave that in the comments. I am curious. I shop at both areas, big box stores, because they have something of value for me to buy. One big box store doesn't necessarily define where I'm going to shop and spend my money on. I did want to just walk through and show you all of the gorgeous planters that Walmart has. I featured this already multiple times, so we're just going to do a walkthrough. Leave in the comment section which planters you like, what plants you would put in these planters, because these planters have really good plant pricing. Prices at Walmart are typically cheaper, and we're all about trying to save money, trying to find value, and trying to manage our finances. That is one way to do so, is to shop at Walmart, especially for these planters. So again, I love engagement plant foldies. Hear me out. Leave your comments in the comment section. I will respond to every single one of you. And for those and plant foldies, you'll notice that this Walmart has all of their planters out and ready to sell. You can see that we've got these gorgeous terracotta planters here. Now, what I will tell you about the terracotta planters is, at least this year, Walmart has come out with some more modern looking terracotta planters, and they are priced well again. So if you are on a budget, if you are really managing your finances, especially in the new year, you can get these terracotta planters that look modern for a really good price. You'll see that this one right here is not a bad price at all if you look at the price tags. And this is something that I want to purchase at some point this year, because I am doing a collaboration video with Succulents Asia. They are sending me some rare Sansevieria from Indonesia, so I'm super excited about that. And I want to plant my Sansevieria into these terracotta planters, because terracotta planters are more suitable for plants that want to be on the drier side. So if you water a terracotta planter, it doesn't really hold the moisture in that soil substrate. So that is really a good type of planter to put your plants in. Now, if you're looking for plants that need a little bit more moisture, something with the soil, you're going to have to put them more so in plastic planters. Now, these ones are ceramic planters. This one is for $7.48. This is the pink planters. And obviously, if you're going to have a pink planter, you can go ahead and put a plant like an Aglaonema that has pink variegation. And it looks like they've got some more of these planters that I didn't see at the other Walmarts. Like this one right here has a nice red tone about it. This one is to fit a 3-inch planter. That's a really nice catch pot right there. And then they also have the checkered planters available for $5.48. So we'll just keep walking around and looking at some of these planters. Leave in the comment section which planters you would buy, which plants you would put in these planters. I'd really like to know your plant insights. And now we're going to look at some of these 6-inch planters by Garden Expert. This is Walmart's more cost-effective plant pricing line. This one is a Dracaena lemon lime. This one is for $9.97. The best pricing, I would say, for a 6-inch planter. Again, with the Dracaenas, highly underrated, overlooked plants, easy to care for plants. I just wish that people would talk more so about the Dracaena plants. Very easy because they are low light tolerant and they are more drought tolerant than the typical house plant that you would find. So as far as like maintenance, this one is another plant that you can set and forget for the most part until they need water. And I would just say wait till the soil dries out completely for the Dracaena and then water it thoroughly and it will be fine. Now this one is a new philodendron Costa Farms release. This is the Philodendron subhastatum, beautiful plant, and I actually went to this Walmart a little while back. For $15.97, I was able to find a sport variegated Philodendron subhastatum, so I was really excited about that. And that's the thing about going to big box stores on a daily basis. Sometimes you get lucky and you'll find a sport variegated plant. The one sport variegated plant I would love to find at some point would be a Monstera Deliciosa that's sport variegated. I've seen some plant YouTubers get lucky to find it. I have yet to get that luck, but as far as the Philodendron subhastatum, that's a nice philodendron. We do have a Monstera Stadliana right over here, and this one is a training tropicals plant for $19.84 in a self-watering planter. Self-watering planters are becoming very popular because it really does take the guessing work out of when you should water the plant. You really just have to fill up the water reservoir, and that little wick, that little yarn that's in the self-watering planter will go ahead and pull up the water and put in the moisture for the substrate. As far as Monstera Stadliana, I had one. Unfortunately, it ended up going to plant heaven because I did not consistently water it. It is a beautiful Monstera. I'm not sure if it actually ends up fenestrating, but I do know that it will need to climb up a pole, a moss pole, or some type of support. So we'll just continue to keep looking at the plants that are available at this Walmart. You'll notice that it's super organized. The plants are healthy. They are just freshly watered because they do have an employee here that takes care of the plants, which is a great sign whenever you are going to a big box store. When you know that the actual store team, the employees are taking care of the plants, you have a higher chance of bringing a plant that is not only cost effective, but more so healthy, because when a plant is neglected or is not taken care of, it's more susceptible to plant pests. And that's really the drawback when it comes to going big box store plant shopping, is that a lot of plants may end up having those plant pests, and that's just a big risk to take, even if the plant price is the right price for you. Over here, we've got a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. This is a plant I eventually want to add to my plant collection because, number one, it's a very vigorous growing plant, so its growth rate is a lot faster than most plants. Number two, it's just an easy to care for plant. It's one of those plants that's not really fussy. It can tolerate a little bit more of being underwatered. And again, for me, I know for a fact that I have a very busy schedule when it comes to taking care of houseplants, just a really demanding job, minimum of 10 hours a day. And so as far as the watering, I think that is the biggest challenge, at least for me. And I would even go and venture out that a lot of our plant foldies that watch this channel, especially the ones that have started to really add a lot of houseplants into their plant collection, that tends to just grow a little bit faster and adds on to more workload. And when I say workload, water is workload. Whenever you're having to water plants, some people find it therapeutic. Some people find it relaxing plant chores. For me, it is workload because I don't always have the time to water my plants. Therefore, the neglect happens, and then sometimes those plants don't make it through the drought period that I put my plants through, and they end up going to plant heaven. So it's a vicious cycle that I'm trying to mitigate by putting my plants in a more semi-hydro substrate like Lechuzapon or Leca. But as you can see right here, I am just picking up some of these gorgeous Costa Farms plants like this Aglaonema. I'm going to go venture and say this is either the red Geely or the very red Aglaonema. Look at how beautiful that color is. Now with the more more pink varieties of Aglaonema, they are a lot slower than Aglaonemas, the typical Aglaonema growth. And Aglaonemas, in general, are slow growing houseplants. I would say that is one of the disadvantages of Aglaonemas. They're just not vigorous growers. But in terms of the pink, you can say that this is definitely a pink plant, but in order to maintain the pink coloration, you have to provide it bright indirect light. Aglaonema do not like to be overwatered, so definitely wait for the soil to dry out completely before you even attempt to water it again. That's what makes Aglaonema easy to care for plants, because they don't require quite a bit of water and they are low light tolerant. It's something that I will always discuss on this YouTube channel, is to get more people involved with the Aglaonemas, collecting Aglaonemas and posting Aglaonema on social media. But as I pan away over here, you'll notice that this is one of the most organized Walmarts in terms of just their house plants. And whenever you have plants that are organized, merchandised well, it inspires you to do more shopping, sometimes to the detriment of our wallets, but at the end of the day, you are going to be able to find some healthy looking plants. If you're looking for an easy to care for plant, I say this in all my videos, Golden Pothos, this one is only for $10.97 by Garden Expert. These plants are actually sourced out from Costa Farms, and if you're looking for a first time plant to take care of, definitely get yourself a Golden Pothos. Here we've got a nice Grindula pothos, which is basically a green version of the Bandula pothos, or a reverted version. However you want to pitch it, for only $19.97 in an 8-inch hanging basket. And we have a bunch of Dieffenbachia right here for $9.97. Now with Dieffenbachia, you need quite a bit of bright light for it, and also make sure that you're staying on top of the watering. This plant is a little bit more challenging to grow versus say an Aglaonema. Then we have an Ficus elastica ruby, or a rubber tree plant here. Lots of bright light is required for this plant to really thrive, and also just for it to get that nice red tone about it. $15.97 in a self-watering planter. This is another Costa Farms exclusive release for Walmart, and I'm glad that Costa Farms have some really cost-effective pricing for us. And then we're going to take a look at some of these exotic angel plants. These are all for $5.77. So we've got an assortment of different types of 3-inch planters. Right over here, we've got some pothos plants, we've got some waffle plants, ferns, and dracaena. So I'm just going to pick these up and show you the ones that they have available on this shipper by Costa Farms. got some nice Rex begonia looking over here. I love the silver metallic foliage as well as that pink undertone. I wouldn't mind trying to grow this particular Rex begonia. Again, Rex begonias are just challenging because of the watering that it requires. I would recommend bottom watering them, because if you get their leaves wet or their stems wet, it could actually rot the stems and those parts off. That's what makes it challenging. And then we have a Palea plant right over here, also known as the Illumina plant. Really like that. We've got some Syngoniums as well as some Croton plants. So let's take a look at these. And as far as Crotons, again, they need quite a bit of light. This one is for $5.77. Here we have a global green pothos. And now, again, this pothos was originally discovered in Japan as a green on green mutation. Love the look of a global green pothos. The only thing about this pothos is, again, you need to make sure that you are providing it with quite a bit of bright indirect light for it to really do well. Otherwise, you will not see that green on green variegation. It is one of my favorite pothos plants. It was one that I ended up spending quite a bit of money on about 5 years ago to get a one leaf, one node cutting. I ended up paying $50, and that is just another example of, if you just wait long enough for a particular plant, it will go down in pricing. And you can see right here, that is only for $19.84. You've got a 6-inch self-watering planter, and then on its very right is a bunch of the Aglaonema red Siams. That would be another Aglaonema I would recommend for anybody that's starting out a houseplant collection and just getting into Aglaonemas. While it is the most common Aglaonema you will find, aside from the Aglaonema Silver Bay, it's one that I still feel like can bring you a lot of joy because the care is super easy. All you have to do is give it water when the soil is completely dry. If you give it more bright indirect light, it will give you more red margins on the leaves, and just the pink stems are so stunning as well. Now this one is for $14.97. Super great low cost price for a house plant by Costa Farms, and it is in a 6-inch self-watering planter. And we'll just keep looking at all of the other plants they have available. This one is a Monstera Peru. Love the green texture on the leaves. It is one of those plants that, again, as far as a green plant, I would recommend because it's an easy to care for plant. This one would do well if you actually gave it a moss pole or a totem pole for it to climb on. I have the variegated version of the Monstera Peru. This one is, again, for only $19.84 by Costa Farms Houseplants. Costa Farms has released a lot of new plants for the 2025 season. I am so excited for when spring comes around. I'm hoping to see even more releases, but even in the second week of January, the new year 2025, shopping at Walmart just for these houseplants is amazing because there's plenty of plants that you will definitely see. And we're just going to keep walking around and taking a look at the plants. And can we just note how organized and healthy all of these plants are at a big box store? And you can see that we are picking up quite a bit of these fancy alocasia. These are by Growers Bench. That was the alocasia Ivory Coast. We also have an alocasia Milo, and then we also have this dark foliage alocasia alzanii, which is very similar looking to the alocasia cuprea. Beautiful alocasia, love that dark foliage. And then just looking at the border of the leaves, it has more of like a yellowish white tone. What a stunner right over here. And then we have some more of these Philodendron subastatum. This is a new Costa Farms release. I love the fact that Costa Farms is continuing to release a lot of these rare and uncommon plants for very cost-effective pricing. This one is for $15.97 in a self-watering planter. And I love the pink and gray self-watering planters that Costa Farms has available. We've got some Ficus lyrata over here, and we've got some ZZ plants. And ZZ plants, this one is the Raven ZZ. Beautiful dark foliage, super easy to take care of, and it's actually a moderate grower. Some people will say that it's a slow grower, but once it's established and you give it even more light, it will grow very fast, or at least more so than what people give it credit for. And then we also have a Sansevieria superba. Love that variegation on it. $15.97. This is a super easy to care for plant. It is a plant that tolerates lots of drought. I would say keep it more so on the drier side before you even water it. You definitely want to wait for the soil to dry out completely before you water it again. And then we have some more Philodendron Pink Princess right here. And what's interesting about Philodendron Pink Princess is the variegation really varies. It's not a very stable variegation, and in order to really get the nice pink variegation you're looking for, you really want to find one that is more variegated throughout its leaves. So if you find one that's mostly dark foliage or green, the chances of it really pushing out a lot of pink variegation is very slim. But as I pan away over here, plant foldies, this is one of the best Walmarts to go shopping for houseplants. It is very inspiring to see that they have quite a bit of plants. And what I was told is they will actually have even more houseplants available as spring comes around. So you already know, plant foldies, I am going to make my drive here. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to make it this far into the Dallas-Fort Worth area, because this is further down south from where I am based at. But it is worth the trip, especially when you see healthy plants, a big selection, organization, and very cost-effective, low pricing as well. So if you are wanting to go shopping in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, definitely go to the Marketplace Garland Texas Walmart, because you will see all of these plants. I am in the market to purchase some more anthuriums, some blooming anthuriums. I want to save my money to get a variegated anthurium shibori. Basically, it's a pink one with variegation around the colors of the leaf, so that would be really cool. And then we have a bunch of bromeliads again by Growers Bench. This one is for $14.97. Quite a bit of rare and uncommon philodendron released by Growers Bench. This one was one that I would have considered to purchase. This one is a Philodendron Paraiso Verde for $19.97. This one is a good size with multiple plants. Philodendron Paraiso Verde requires quite a bit of warm climate for it to really push that variegation out. It's not necessarily the light that influences it, but more so the temperature in which it is grown. So higher temperatures will push out even more variegation, which is really interesting, because oftentimes we attribute variegation to lighting conditions, but that one is more environmental temper conditions. But you can see right here, temperature conditions, but you can see right over here, we do have more Philodendron Paraiso Verde. And so I'm just going to pick up some of the philodendron that they have available by Growers Bench. And these are really nice size philodendrons. So if you're looking to go houseplant shopping at a big box store, just know that Walmart carries philodendron, and that's super exciting, because they even have a Philodendron Silver Sword here, more Philodendron Paraiso Verde, and we also have let's see, a really large, massive Philodendron ring of fire, and this one has some beautiful variegation because it's pretty much variegated throughout all the leaves. Nice marbling and speckling on the leaves. We've got some sectoral variegation as well. This one is for also $19.97. I'm also on the hunt for the Philodendron Silver Sword. I just think that the silver metallic look is stunning as well. It is another plant that I would recommend for anybody that's into houseplants. So I would recommend that. It's an easy to care for plant. It is a plant you must put a totem pole, a moss pole, a stake, some type of support, because that plant really wants to crawl up. Same thing with the next Philodendron I'm going to pick up. And this is another example of a Philodendron Pink Princess. If I could just get this thing out without breaking any leaves. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Notice how this one has a half moon leaf, beautiful pink, and it's different. This Philodendron Pink Princess looks a little bit more different than the Costa Farms one that we saw. This one is for $19.97. And as far as the Philodendron Pink Princess, it is an easy philodendron. It's just one that you really have to look for the initial variegation if you want to have more pinks on it. I would just notice that any low variegated plants will not push that out. And we also have the Philodendron White Princess, which for $19.97 is not a bad price at all. Gorgeous variegation. The only problem with this particular plant is that white variegation tends to go brown. And so that's the only drawback about a lot of these variegated plants, is that the browning that happens with the variegation. I would recommend trying to grow that and using a liquid solution called Protect Silica Solution, which makes the cells of the plant a little bit more durable, which actually prevents some of that browning and crisping on the leaves. It also makes them a little bit more cold tolerant, drought tolerant, and heat tolerant. So if you are interested in using that solution, just search Amazon for Protect Silica Solution with Super Thrive, and you should be able to find it. But it's one that I use, and I know that whenever I water my plants consistently with that, they're a little bit more durable, and I see less browning on my more variegated plants. You can just see right here, there is a little bit of browning on that Philodendron White Princess, but needless to say, it's still such a beautiful variegated plant. I don't know which one I would pick, whether it's the Pink Princess or the White Princess. They are both gorgeous philodendrons. Both of them do require you to grow them on a moss pole and a totem pole. And then you can see right here, this is Wild Interior curated collection. We also have Growers Bench selection too for Monstera Thai Constellations, and these are only for $29.97. Now, when I first found Monstera Thai Constellations at Walmart, particularly this Walmart, they had more in stock, but it looks like they just have a few more left. I will be doing a Monstera Thai Constellation free giveaway on Instagram, so definitely look for that reel, the Instagram reel, once I announce it. But as far as Monstera Thai Constellations, beautiful, stable variegation. This plant does do better when you're giving it more bright indirect light. Just know that this will size up fairly quickly. So within like a year or two, with the proper care, it will get into a very large plant. It's a plant that can take up a lot of space. So you have to plan for that plant to get bigger long term. I can't get enough about Monstera Thai Constellations. I don't mind buying multiples of Monstera Thai Constellations. I recently put a Monstera Thai Constellation in Leca and it is doing amazing. So Monstera Thai Constellations do very well in semi-hydro. I may do that also with my Philodendron White Princess. We'll see what that looks like. But as far as all of the rare and uncommon houseplants while shopping at Walmart, these are plants that are cost effective again. And for the most part, all of the plants I've shown you today are fairly easy plants. Mine is the Calatheas, but even then, I just feel like with the Calatheas, you just have to have the right environment for it to thrive. I am all about trying to save money though on plants, so I would rather spend my money on plants that I know are going to be easy care. I know require very minimal care, like even the global green pothos right here. The only thing about this global green pothos is they tend to be a little bit more thirsty than the typical pothos. But let's go ahead and just do one more final walkthrough at this Walmart. So you know this Walmart has a variety of different types of plant accessories, planters. We've got a bunch of patio setups as well. Just many plants to pick from Costa Farms and Growers Bench. Let me know in the comment section, again, plant foldies, which plants you would purchase at this location. If you are a local person that lives out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, highly recommend visiting this place. They take care of their plants. I saw it with my own two eyes that somebody was watering and taking care of the plants, and that's always exciting to see from a big box store. So kudos to the Garland, Texas marketplace Walmart. What an awesome place to go shopping, and I'm excited that they will actually have another setup of houseplants as they get more houseplants in, and that just makes the new year 2025 an exciting year to see what kind of plants we will be growing in our plant collections. I have been downsizing my plants, but for the most part, it's just been exciting. Anyways, please make sure you are hitting the thumbs up or like button for this video, as well as subscribing to my YouTube channel at Grow Folds with all the notification bell on. This is Richie. I'll see you with a brand new video tomorrow. Bye.